following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 8 in season number 4, the 2018 NRLOA Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at Road America for the Kohler Grand Prix, 10 laps of action around this 4-mile road course, and once again, like all the events so far, with the exception of Chick-fil-A Cup Series qualifying, all the events so far here at Road America, we've had John in the booth, and we just now remembered, as we got to this race, that he won the Kubota GT Championship here last year when he started last in the class. So he knows how to get it done here at Road America. So here, it's a 10-lap race in these Indy cars, and a couple of races we have seen so far this weekend. Starting up front is critical, but if you're one of those guys in the back, of course you want to get up front. So knowing what you did last year in the GT Championship, how do you get from the back to the front in a place like Road America?
Pit stops is mainly the best choice here, but when I won the GT class, we had way more laps than we are going to have here today. So I don't really see someone starting in the back to be able to have a chance to be able to take the lead and be able to win here at this racetrack.
We're just going to have to see how it all goes down. Adam Lewis and Cody Sill are on the pole. They're both going for their first wins of the season. You got John Andrews there, starting 4th, however, and John Andrews dominated, and I mean flat out dominated. He led every lap at Lime Rock when we went there earlier this season, so another road course. It could be another one of those dominating days out of somebody. We saw that in the Indy Lights earlier today with Daniel McMillan getting the victory. But anyways, in the point standings, talk about domination, Nicholas Amadeo, that Indy 250 win meant a lot, and finishing 2nd at Texas 2 weeks ago as well helped him. He's got 249 points. Next guy in line is 45 points behind, and he's the only guy who has a chance of even tying for the points lead. That's Colton Yo in the 88. So only unless Nicholas Amadeo finishes last and Colton Yo wins this race, Nicholas Amadeo will leave this event the points lead no matter what. 3rd in the points is Justin Zeidel, 55 points behind. Christian Masters, 68 points behind. And Davey Johnson, 68 points behind coming into today's event. This race is traditionally won by the guy who starts on the pole, so good news for Adam Lewis sitting number 19. He's alongside the 17 machine of Cody Sill. Joey Hightower in the number 4. He's been racking up some pretty strong runs here. Got that great run at the Indy 250, and I think he did pretty well at Texas. Can't quite remember. John Andrews, mentioned him. He dominated at Lime Rock a few races ago back in April. Got Max Anderson looking to rebound after the Indy 250 he had. Bruno DeFaros alongside him. Points leader Nicholas Amadeo right there in the number 5. He's starting alongside the number 14 of Jordan Lopez, who needs a great run, no question about it. Christian Masters starting alongside Roger Ray in the 8. Roger Ray came into Indy 250 week the points leader, and now he's not even in the top 5 in points, so a great run is definitely needed for that team here today. Some of these guys racing in tomorrow's Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, like Cody Sill, and Nicholas Amadeo as well, so getting some experience on this racetrack before they hit the twists and turns tomorrow for the big leagues. Of course, this is a big league series as well, so these guys definitely looking to get the win here, but using that experience to possibly do something tomorrow. We'll have to see in that 12-lapper tomorrow morning right here on Napa Fan. But here today, it is 10 laps. There will be pit stops, and like we've seen, we saw in the Turkey Hill Series where coming in early did not work at all. Do you think these teams are going to avoid that and all come down at the same time here tonight?
I think we might see a few like stragglers try to long pit and try to get out in front, but that just depends on where they are in the pack. And if they want to actually risk the ability to do that and not want to run out. But seeing how the pit delta has been here, it's you want to pit with the same group and you want to try to get out at the same place. I even have no idea if they're going to do just do fuel only or go with tires.
Yeah, we'll
That's
have
the
to
point
see.
of this race.
Because yesterday in the Turkey Hill Series, the first stop was fuel only, the second one was a two-tire stop. So, don't know how it'll be for these Indy cars. It is a totally different physics package. So, we'll have to see what they decide to do on the pit lane as this race goes along. We're finally ready to get started. Adam Lewis and Cody Sill ready to get this one started here at Road America, the Kohler Grand Prix. Another road course race in the season. These are always very interesting. They added the championship in very interesting ways, and it's going to be the same way here today at Road America. Adam Lewis on the pole. Will he get his first win in the Haas IndyCar Series? Or will it be somebody else? Up the hill they go. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Road America. Cody Sill gets out ahead of Adam Lewis on the inside. That's the first time we've seen that all weekend. But Cody Sill's a very experienced driver. And he's got the lead here at Road America. Got her on Adam Lewis side by side. Joey Hightower and John Andrews. Nicholas Samadeo wasted no time on the start. He's already up to 5th after I believe he started 8th in this event. Oh, they're all over the place here. 3 wide in the corner. Luke Rainey on Roger Ray and Bruno De Barros. De Barros fell back in the 12, I should say, not the 22. And there's a log jam back in there. No question about it. But up front, it is Cody Sill in the 17 holding on to the lead with Adam Lewis, Jordan Lopez, John Andrews, and Nicholas Samadeo trying to extend that points lead on Colton Yo and Justin Zeidel.
His jump to put it 3 wide going into turn 1 was a very crazy move to try to do, because you don't want to try to do that because it will just cause a wreck. But he was able to hold it in there and be able to get 3 positions out of it, and it looks like he's going to be able to get more as John Andrews and Joey Hightower are racing for 3rd place.
Yeah, it seems like these Indy cars get that inside lane to work pretty well here. Unlike the Indy Lights yesterday. Oh, and a wide corner exit for Nicholas Samadeo. He'll lose a position to Max Anderson. So a little over-aggressive by our points leader there. That's not what you want to do here at Road America. We see it happen quite often where these guys overshoot these corners. We'll see what happens here as John Andrews is to the inside of Joey Hightower. He's going to try to get that inside lane to work on the 4. And I mean, for the first time all weekend, we're seeing that inside lane actually do something off of turn 1. Didn't happen there for John Andrews. He overshot it. Here comes Max Anderson in the 18.
That Andrews tried to make the push for it, but it seems like he was pushing it too far, and he wasn't able to hold his position, and now he's just falling back. Same with Samadeo.
Yeah, Samadeo lost 1 position there as he overshot the corner to Max Anderson. We're coming to a point in the race where if you make a mistake, you probably only lose 1 position. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. Master on Luke Rainey. And Christian Master is in the top 10 right now. That's good for him. He comes into this race 64 behind Samadeo. He'll be a little bit farther behind the points lead, the way they're currently running, but still, it's a good way to keep in the championship hunt. Luke Rainey on the outside as he hangs on ahead of Christian Master. You got Julius Anderson now side by side with Al Legacy. Some of the best racing we have seen all weekend here, and these guys are doing a pretty good job in these Indy cars. I don't believe anybody's gone off either, so a nice clean race up to this point. Cody Sill still out front in the number 17. We'll see if he can hold on for the win here. Remember, there will be pit stops in this race, and they will majorly affect who gets the victory here at Road America.
I think Sill is actually pulling out to a larger lead than what we've seen most of the weekend as it stands right now, because he's been able to...
Just a minute. So Cody Sill remaining out front. You were right about the gap. In the first 2 races we've had so far, the top 2 have been right on each other pretty much the whole time. This time Cody Sill is pulling away from Adam Lewis there, but we'll have to see what Sill does. Max Anderson all over John Andrews. That's for 4th. Will he make the move to the inside? Doesn't look like he will. He'll stay right behind him. So, interesting move there by Max Anderson in the 18. Cody Sill hanging on to the lead. Adam Lewis, Joey Hightower, John Andrews, Nicholas Samadio in the 5. He's now all over Max Anderson for 5th. He wants that position back. Samadio ended up losing it on the first lap. And if he can get to the inside here, that'll be good for Samadio. Not able to do so quite yet. Maybe he'll make the move entering turn 4. Remain single file throughout most of the field here, and they're side by side back in here between Ace Garcia and Christian Master. Master lost a few positions there. He was in the top 10 at one point and ended up slipping off. Tough break there for the 21. You see Adam Lewis here trying to close in through the carousel. And you want to be close enough to the leader once you make that first set of pit stops, because you close right back in. As this guy slow down on the pit lane, they could definitely close in that gap right there, and if they're close enough to each other once they hit that pit road, then you might see Adam Lewis possibly take the lead away. It'll be interesting to see how those pit stops go. I don't know if it's going to be a 1-stop race or a 2-stop race. I think these guys go a little bit longer on fuel than the stock cars do, so we'll have to see how it all goes down for those guys. But Cody Sill still out front in the 17. A great jump at the start. It might get him this win, and we'll have to see if he can hold on. Looks like Adam Lewis is going to close in this lap. Samadio trying on Max Anderson, but Bruno de Barros is behind him, drafting Max Anderson, and Samadio's going to lose a position to the 12 out of nowhere. He's down to 7th now. Only unless he gets the inside lane to work right here. That's a tight one, but I don't think he will. Oh, he actually will. I think De Barros ended up overshooting the corner. And if Samadio can get the inside in turn 2, he's going to get it. And he will. So Samadio will hold on ahead of Bruno de Barros, but that slowed him down. Or will he hold on? They're still side by side, I think. Oh, yeah. De Barros has the run on the outside. Great drive there by the Brazilian. On Nicholas Samadio, the Indy 250 champion. This is a good battle right here. Been going side by side for a while. And De Barros now has the advantage. He wants this pass on Samadio. He's going to get it entering turn 4. Samadio wide. Here comes Lopez in the 14. At the start of the race, Samadio and Lopez, who started in the same row, were quite a ways from each other. Samadio was way out front and Lopez was a little bit in the back, but now they're right on each other again. So very interesting what's happened there between those two guys. Lewis is pretty close here to Cody Sill. You might want to watch for Lewis possibly plant a strategy move to get around the 17 on the pit lane. Cody Sill remaining out front. Adam Lewis, Joey Hightower, John Andrews, and the 18 of Max Anderson round out the top 5. Bruno de Barros, Nicholas Samadio, Jordan Lopez, Roger Ray. A much needed run right here in the top 10, and Luke Rainey rounds out the top 10 in the number 1. I don't think anybody came down the last lap. Davey Johnson is right now in the last position. Here they come, and this could get interesting. You got Joey Hightower and John Andrews staying out. And they're staying out after 4 completed laps. They'll end up crossing the line for halfway once they make their pit stops. So we'll see what those guys do at the end of the race. This could be a one-stop race for those guys. We'll have to see. But Lewis has the pit stall ahead of Cody Sill. So this is going to get very interesting here. They are taking tires. It will be a 4-tire stop for these guys. So we'll have to see where they come in relation to everybody else. Sill gets off first. Adam Lewis doesn't even get going. Oh, he did not get off that well. Look at those 4 guys behind him. They all came off at the same time. And Samadio, he will get around. Or no, that's not Bruno de Barros. I think de Barros stayed out. But Cody Sill, Jordan Lopez, Luke Rainey, Adam Lewis could not get off the pit lane in time. He's going to lose at least 3 positions after all this is said and done. Maybe more with these guys staying out here. The leader is now Joey Hightower in the number 4 with John Andrews right behind. The 18 of Max Anderson, Bruno de Barros, and Ace Garcia in the 27. So Hightower, trying to make it on one stop possibly, because he will cross the start-finish line on the pit lane at halfway, which means it's very possible you can make it to the end. Can't remember what happened in this race last year, if somebody made it on one stop or not. I do know that if Hightower gets this win, he's definitely going to be pretty happy. He was happy about the second place finish at Indianapolis, and he's got a good chance of possibly getting the win here today, because he could be the driver that can make it on one stop and stay out, get that win. You got Nichols and Al Lagasse there. We got the number 26 of Marcus Sachi and the number 40 of Daniel Bouchard coming down with Igor Barreto. And here come the guys that came down the first time. Cody Sill, Jordan Lopez, and the one of Luke Rainey. And John has left the building, so it is just me right now in the booth, in case you guys were wondering. But it's going to be an interesting one here. Look at these guys. Look at the strategy those guys played. They are going to get out ahead of Cody Sill, and it's now Joey Hightower out front in the number 4. You know, he might not even need to make a one-stop race here if he's going to get this win, because he's out ahead by that head of that 17 by quite a bit. But John Andrews is right behind now, so it's now Joey Hightower and John Andrews out front. Number 4. He's been doing pretty good lately. A rookie driver, the Napa fan, looking for his first career Napa fan win. Had Canario win his first career race yesterday. We might get another one here. We've gotten a lot of drivers get their first career wins as of late here on Napa fan. Let me tell you that. Trying to do that wins list, and it's like four new guys. I'm like, my goodness, we got like 100 other guys that could get wins. Why are we getting new ones? But I'm sure those guys are pretty happy, and like I said, Hightower would definitely be happy if he were to get the win here today. You got Andrews, you got Anderson now running 3rd, Bruno de Barros, and Cody Sill. Sam Adio, looks like he's just inside the top 10. His teammate Isaac Nichols running 10th right now here at Road America, but it's Hightower out front halfway through the Kohler Grand Prix. So Hightower hanging tough in the number 4 with John Andrews right behind him. Definitely the winner on that set of pit stops, but I mean, even John Andrews won pretty well there. The only guy he didn't beat was Joey Hightower, and he's right behind him, so worked out pretty well for both of these guys. We'll have to see what they can do as this race goes along. Will they have to come down again, or will they be able to make it to the end? And even if they do, we'll still have a race between these guys, because the top 4 all stayed out. 2 lap, oh, well, lap was it? I'm trying to think. It was lap 6 when they came down. So, they all stayed out that extra lap there, and we'll have to see if they get the advantage. Jordan Lopez almost got around the 17 of Cody Sill, could not do it. And remember, both these guys came down the same time. Lopez had a blisteringly fast stop, but he's going to end up 6th after all that, so it didn't really work out too well for him in the end. But his teammates out front with Joey Hightower, so AJ Foyt doing pretty good right now with 2 of their cars in the field. And Hightower pulling away a little bit from John Andrews at the moment. Max Anderson now looking to strike on the 98. That is for 2nd. And, let's see what Anderson can do here. Hard to pass here, Road America, in case you haven't noticed, and we've seen a lot of that this weekend, but the racing has been pretty good here, and I'm liking what we're seeing. I'm looking forward to the Cup race tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. Haven't recorded qualifying yet, so I don't know who starts on the pole, but whoever starts on the pole has a good chance at getting a Chick-fil-A Cup Series win tomorrow morning. Let's have to see how that all goes down, but it's going down pretty good for Joey Hightower right now in number 4, and they're just hanging tough till his next set of pit stops, if it's going to happen. We don't really know if it will happen. So, we just have to see. We got to hold out here, but Hightower might have just won this race by getting out ahead of Sill right there. And if he stays out, he's got this in the bag, no question about it. I don't think Andrews or Anderson are going to be able to close in, but then again, they could. They're not falling off too bad here, and we could see ourselves a pretty good battle for the win. Cody Sill on Bruno de Barros, but that inside lanes is really tough to make a pass off of turn number 14, I do believe. I think it's a 14-turn road course, and even entering turn number 1, it's really difficult. Andrews and Anderson, they're right on the 4 right now. We could have a 3-horse race for this victory. I mean, if Andrews and Hightower tangle, which we haven't really seen that happen here before, we've never really seen 2 leaders tangle at a racetrack. Or at this racetrack, I should say. But still, if that were to happen, Anderson is in the catbird seat, and even if all 3 tangle, you got Bruno de Barros there looking for his first career Napa fan win. I don't know about Max Anderson. I think Max Anderson has won before. But I know for sure John Anderson's won before. He's been racing since 2015. He's got a few wins in the bag. Looking for his second win of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series. I don't know if we've had a 2-time winner yet this season. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we have had a 2-time winner yet in the Haas IndyCar Series this season. We started off at Riverside with Justin Zeidel getting the win. And then at Phoenix, it was Daniel Bouchard. Race 3 of the season at Lime Rock was won by the 98 machine of John Andrews. Oh, Hightower off! Oh, man! And it might be Andrews again. We saw Isaac Redmond yesterday do that. It looks like he'll be able to continue a little bit, but he lost the lead. Heartbreak for Joey Hightower. Leading this event, the lead goes to John Andrews in the 98, looking for his second win of the season. I mentioned he got the win at Lime Rock. He dominated that one. He has yet to lead a lap in this one, but this race just got very interesting with Hightower going off there. And they're all trying to get around him here. He's trying to soldier on, but he might have to come down the pit lane here, which might be an advantage. If they can get that wing fixed, they might actually have a chance at victory. If they can come down, get the tires, it depends on how long that pit stop's going to be. But I don't think it'll work out for Hightower, because you can tell that car is damaged up pretty well. Overshot the carousel. What a common phrase we see here at the Road America. That's a heartbreaker for Joey Hightower. Going for his first career Napa fan win. Not going to happen today. And I said it might happen because of his pit stop he's doing, but he's not coming off, so it's not going to happen. What I was saying there was, if he came down the pit lane, had a quick stop, got those tires, and got the fuel going, he might have gotten out ahead of everybody there, had that clean air, and might have won the race off of everybody if they all had to come down. I don't even think Cody Sill came down last time, so I'm pretty sure that John Andrews and Max Anderson and Bruno de Barros can stay out. I don't know about Cody Sill. He came down lap 4. And let's have to see what Cody Sill can do, but Cody Sill might end up with a pretty poor finish here. And that would be unfortunate, because he started on the outside pole for this race. Our pole sitter, Adam Lewis, is 9th. That is not at all characteristic to what the pole sitters have been doing so far this weekend. We had a 2nd place and a 1st place finish at a pole sitter so far. Adam Lewis, 9th. This has definitely been the most topsy-turvy race of the season, or of the season at Road America, I guess you can say. The weekend is what I meant to say. And it's getting interesting here in the Kohler Grand Prix, and it's going to come down to these pit stops. Now, for Max Anderson and John Anderson, if they both stay out, Anderson's still going to have a chance at victory, and that would be a win in the record books for sure for Max Anderson, the way this whole thing played out. They're staying out, and Sill has to come down. The pit strategy not working out for Sill as he has to come down the pit lane. White flag, and guess what? Max Anderson is right there on John Andrews. A tough break for Cody Sill. Looks like he might be the only one coming down. He just pressured too hard and had to come down for gas. That is unfortunate. Everybody else should be able to make it here. And let me tell you this. Oh, Anderson overshot it. Oh, man, that's unfortunate because he was right behind Andrews. Could have had a chance to win this race if he didn't make that mistake. But he made it, and he's fallen off the pace just slightly off the 98. It's still not over yet, but it's looking good for John Andrews right now. I mean, if Anderson could have stayed right behind him entering 3, he might have had a chance in turn 4, but he overshot turn 2. We see that so much here, and it happened again. Which is probably going to give John Andrews his 2nd win of the season. How about Andrews? Is going to be his 3rd win of the year, I do believe. Anderson's trying. He closed in pretty good there. And if Andrews overshoots the carousel, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. He's going to get through it, which is good. I think Hightower's the only guy to overshoot it all day. He is. Which is unfortunate because he did that from the lead. Anderson, hoping the 98 overshoots one of these corners, but I think Andrews is just a little too far ahead for Anderson to close in. Cody Sill is going to finish deep in the field after starting on the outside pole and leading the first half of this race. And who thought this was going to come? John Andrews in the 98. It's a one-stop race for most guys in this one. And it's going to be John Andrews, only unless he comes down the pit lane. That's just stupid if he does so, but just not going to happen. And up the hill, John Andrews, 2nd win of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series, gets the win in the Kohler Grand Prix. How about that surprise there for Andretti Autosport with Brian Herta. And John Andrews, 2nd win of the year. He's going to move himself up in the points again after this one here at Road America. Max Anderson, Bruno De Barros, Jordan Lopez, and Luke Rainey, the top 5 with Ace Garcia, Nicholas Samadeo, who will remain the points leader, Adam Lewis, Roger Ray, and Isaac Nichols. Top 10. And if it were not for Joey Hightower overshooting the carousel, Hightower most likely would have won this race. But that was not the case. John Andrews gets the win at Road America in the Kohler Grand Prix. That was a fascinating one, and after all that happened, everybody still finished on the lead lap, including Joey Hightower. But Cody Sill and Joey Hightower both led a majority of this race. They finished in the last 2 positions, as Cody Sill had to come down and make another stop, and Joey Hightower overshot the carousel. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but being the leader of this race was not a good thing. Only unless you're John Andrews, of course, because he led the last lap, and that's going to be 50 points towards the championship for the 98, his 2nd of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series. First driver to win multiple races this season in the Haas IndyCar Series. He might be a threat for the championship, but Nicholas Samadeo, another top 10, he's also a threat, and both of these guys are experienced veterans. The experience is showing here, guys. Watch out for those vets. They're going to be good. I already went through the top 10, so no need to go through that again. But tomorrow morning, we got ourselves the Chick-fil-A Cup Series right here from Road America. That's going to be a 12-lap event for the Storm Bowling 375K. I'm looking forward to see who gets that one. It's getting interesting in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. With only 5 races left until the chase. You got to get those good points runs now. You got Alonso moving his way up in the points. He gets another good run. He could be in the top 10 and fight for a championship in his retirement season. I'd like to see Kinghart, Gordon, and Alonso all make it into the chase on their final season. And that would be pretty cool, but we'll have to see. Samadeo's doing good. And Cody Sill's also doing pretty good over there in the Cup Series. Not too good today, unfortunately, but he's at least got the Cup Series on the other end of different company. And he's doing pretty good over there. So we'll have to see what he does tomorrow. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching today. All the events here on the NRLOA channel and Napa Fan. And like I said, tomorrow morning, Storm Bowling 375K and the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Congratulations to John Andrews on behalf of John Art from earlier on. Even though he's not here right now, still thank you very much. And yeah, pretty good one here at Road America. I will see you guys later.